Yo, what is going on, you guys? This is Mike or Geekermon, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. So today we are going to do something a little bit different. I've done this once before on the channel, and I feel like you guys really enjoyed it. So for that, we're bringing it back. Topic of today's video, top 5 tips to make you a better player in competitive. You guys know the channel is full of memes, it's full of fun plays, it's full of all kinds of craziness. We live stream all the shenanigans, but in the end, I'm still working every day to try to improve and make myself a better player. So today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna work through these top 5 tips, but in a way that we're not currently just doing a live comm, but I'm actually watching back over my comp gameplay from last night. Last night, I hopped in with friends, we ran comp and a whole range of skill. I'm currently sitting between 3,500 and 4,000 right in there. 2 of my buddies are in the 2,000 range, and then 1 friend is at 600 something. So we had a wide range of comp scores, which I think is gonna make for a unique gameplay and hopefully give you guys an idea of some of the plays I made, some of the plays I shouldn't have made, and some tips to help you improve as a player, either in comp or just in quick play. So I'm gonna use a lot of examples during this gameplay. We're gonna watch through a lot of PvP gameplay. I've got it pulled up here, and then I've also got my screen. We're gonna go into a private match, show you some things in there. I've got 2 accounts currently going, so the video should be a ton of fun. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We are on the journey to 100,000 subscribers. We're less than 20,000 away, so please hit that sub button. And with that, let's jump right into the video. So tip number 1, and this is probably the biggest tip that I can give you for playing competitive. Know where your teammates are and try not to be more than 10 feet away from them at all times. Watching back through this gameplay to try to create this video for you guys, I realized the times when I won comp games, not quick play you can win some 1v1s. The times when I won comp games were when my friends were within 10 feet of me. When I was out on my own, even if I thought I'm gonna make a flank, I'm gonna make a sneaky play, they won't even see me coming. When I broke more than 10 feet from my teammates, I lost the ability to handle 1v2 and 1v3 situations, resulting a lot of times in a death for me or the death for my teammates who were suddenly outnumbered. So in this example right here, this match starts, it's 0-0, we're down 0-2. I died to a grenade right off the bat. We, of course, everybody died to random things. I think they picked up power ammo. So at this point, it's a 4v6 in this round. Let's watch here real quick and see what our initial play is. You can tell I've spawned in on this ADOM flag right here. My buddy Toller is an inch behind me, and we're both pushing down this hallway because we know they have a 4v2 push against Drowning Penguin and Jarl Miller. So let's play it forward a little bit, see what happens here. Jarl gets killed by the last word. So now, in their opinion, if they're not carefully watching the radar, they think that they have a 2v1 or a 3v1, even if all their teammates aren't there. They get over aggressive, they push forward to try to take Drowning Penguin out here, and then Toller and I team shot and get a nice crisp little double down on both of those guys. You can see Trickshot got one of the kills, and I got one of the kills. The downside is we were able to trade 2 and 2, but now it is a 2v4 situation because both of those guys are planning on spawning back in. So at this time, when you get a kill in comp, you realize, okay, they're probably going to spawn those other 2 guys on the backside of the map. Right now is the time to be aggressive. It's a 2v2 situation. So Toller and I decide to push up together. You can tell, look at the mini map, the top left corner. We are less than a foot from each other and both team shotting the red on the radar. It could be 2 guys, it could be 1 guy. We're both team shotting right around this corner and we shred that Warlock. The last guy is now in a 2v1 situation, which to me means instant aggression. If you have the numbers game and 3 guys are spawning in on the back of the map, you got to be aggressive. And so both of us decide immediately, bust out the shotgun. I don't know why I didn't stick with the shotgun. That's a pause moment right there. I could have just shotgunned him, but I thought he had a little more range, so I thought, all right, I'm going to whip the bad juju back out, and then immediately realize it and go back to the shotgun. You can see Toller went left around the pillar, I went right around the pillar, and then we just collapsed on this guy to be able to get the kill right there. We were right next to each other, super close on the radar, and now it is a 2v2 situation to be able to win this round. Now remember, at this tier comp, power ammo is everything. So I'm looking down this hall, I'm thinking they're gonna spawn in, they might push over here, but then I realize power ammo is about to drop in about 20 seconds or so. So I push back towards the other side. We got 9 seconds on power ammo. It's just Toller and I. Side by side, you could call it hand holding. Yes, that's what you could call it. But that is what works at high tier comp. If you solo out, even with the best gun skill in the game, you will probably die. So let's check how this engagement goes. I immediately assume someone is going to push for the power ammo. So I try to line up the shots on the power ammo, and of course, there's the Titan. Voila, crouching his way towards the power ammo. Now he makes a good play and puts the shield up right there. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That's a solid play. I try to kind of team shot it because I figure that you do enough damage to it, it'll eventually fade out even if he's able to grab the power ammo. So while I'm shooting at this guy, on the left, you'll see him right there. The hunter decides to push forward and spray down either me or Toller next to me. I instantly back up, reload, get ready, and then we decide he's got his chaperone, I've got my mindbenders. We've got a 2v1. The guy with heavy ammo is back there somewhere, but this guy is right on the other side of the wall. So we decide it's a better move to go 2v1 on him. We push together. Toller takes him out. Now, this is where we almost lost the round right here. There is one opponent remaining, floating up with power ammo. This Titan right here. Toller and I are close, but we might be too close. I decide I'm going to take 1 or 2 steps back, and he gets blasted by the grenade launcher. Manage to get the kill and go from a 0-2 to a victory there. Now, a couple of mistakes were made. Had I pushed a little bit too aggressive, we would have died to the grenade launcher right there, just trying to close on a 2v1. We kept just enough range, and I can't try to tell you that was intentional. We kept just enough range to be able to win that fight, but that could have easily lost the round for us, even after a 5-kill streak in a row. So we're always out here memeing it up, but I hope that this kind of video also brings a little bit to the side that I feel like I can help you guys get better in PvP. So number 1 tip, stick with your teammates. So tip number 2 for you guys is play to your strengths. If you are a sniper in quick play, you love sniping, that's what you do, that's what you're best at, don't be afraid to take that into comp. There's this common misconception that you have to run Dustrock, Luna's, Wardcliff in order to be successful in comp. Now, as somebody who has played the full range of the competitive atmosphere, I'll tell you, top tier players tend to gravitate more towards the meta. But if you're grinding towards 2100, you're trying to get Revoker, you're trying to get Recluse, you're trying to get Luna's, for that level, not everyone rocks Dustrock, Luna's, Wardcliff, especially post-nerf. You'll see Bygones and an Erentil, you'll see Sniper and Recluse. There are a lot of different options, especially as you work your way up, that really fit a role that will allow you to be successful in competitive, even if you're not Dustrock, Luna's, Wardcliff. An example of this is the Sniper and SMG combo. In this match, I have on the Revoker and the Recluse SMG. Both pinnacle weapons. If you don't have them, I promise you, the grind for them is definitely doable, especially the Revoker. But I've thought about doing some competitive with subscribers. I think that could be something fun to stream on the channel. So if you really can't get it, maybe stop by a stream and hopefully I'll be able to help you out. All right, so let's hop back into this gameplay. This is a game of countdown. We are on offense. We're trying to push. It's the same team of 4 guys. You've got me, Trickshot or Toller on the right, David or Halozenic mid, and then Austin down that hallway on the left. Now, we've decided when this match started, we said we're going patio and we're going patio hard. So that's the play we decide to make. I'll show you where playing to your strengths, even without a shotgun and a hand cannon, really comes into effect here. So you'll notice all 3 of my teammates are on the right side looking forward. That's great because the main lane that the enemies are going to push are around this pillar here to the left. You'll see this pillar right here. There's a hallway between there and then a back behind. It's good to have your primary focus be on that lane right there. But the other option is that when they're pushing that lane, they could flank around behind us here. So my job as the 4th player is I kind of push up. I think, okay, I'm going to lob a nade, try to help the teammates out. But then I back up and I'm guarding this backside of the map. The worst thing you can do is have all 4 guys plant and focused ahead, not realizing they could easily get a shotgun rushing Titan to come around this corner here, flank 1 or 2 guys, you're at a huge disadvantage, and then they just collapse on top of you. So I decide I'm going to turn, I'm going to push, I'm waiting for them. I realize, okay, they're being a little slow coming around this corner for the dismantle. So I decide to back up and take a look down the long lane with my sniper. This is what I mean by playing to your strengths. I realize I have the range on these guys. I'm going to peek this. They're probably distracted, and they are. You can see the kill feed. We got Halozenic got killed by a hand cannon, and Brutal got sniped, which I quickly, and probably at this point, didn't even realize. It went from a 4v4 to a 2v4 almost instantly. So I slide up, I take a look down the lane, and then I'm hit with last guardian standing. Not exactly what you want to see. Now, the one thing that you could say is they did have a 4v3 fight, and so leaving like this was a big risk because I kind of left my teammates at a one-man disadvantage. I didn't realize all 4 guys were going to push them so aggressively like they did, and so by the time I had gotten out here, I'm already last guardian standing. Pro con, if I stayed with them, would I have just gotten killed as well instead of doing the flanks? That's the kind of thing you got to weigh out the difference in the situation and see what the best action is. Now, here's playing to the strengths. Let's watch the rest of this play together. 1 snipe, 2 snipe, they get the res, and I realize I have no more sniper ammo. I wait a second, swap to Master of Arms, do incredible damage with the Recluse, and then take out both guys for the wipe. Now, here is one thing I will say about my teammates' placement, is if you notice where my teammates are dead, they are kind of all 3 between, just ignore the 1v1 at this time, they're all 3, Halozenic, Drowning Penguin, and Trickshot are all 3 between those 2 pillars right there. Now, one thing that they could have done to prevent getting that team wipe like they did is you're not really safe when you're out here between the 2 pillars. A much safer spot to be in would most likely, especially if they're going to have to expose themselves to dismantle at patio, is closer to where I'm at right now, behind this pillar, maybe this pillar on the right here, or even behind the big pillar. But I see now how they died so easily being between both of those pillars there. So I'll show you one more thing about this play before we move on. The one last thing to note is, yes, I got a couple good snipes. Didn't realize quick enough that I was out of ammo. But I did know, okay, I got 2 snipes. You get 3 seconds, I believe, with Master of Arms before you have to swap weapons. You'll notice I keep my sniper out for a certain period of time as I'm rushing towards them. Then I flip, and it procs Master of Arms for 4 seconds here. So had I swapped instantly to the SMG, Master of Arms would have procced, and then by the time I made the sprint at the opponent here, there's 1 second left. It would have been gone. That would not have benefited me in the slightest, and I most likely would have died in this 1v2 situation here. But the fact that I had the buff, I got the 1v1, I realized I have 18 bullets left, but I thought I was going to get shotgunned instantly. So I tried to dodge out of the way, and it somewhat bamboozled him a little bit. The guy didn't know exactly what happened there. A lot of people with a short dodge like that, they kind of panic when you're right up on them and you're dodging sideways. I almost always try to avoid dodging backwards or forwards, but I dodge laterally left and right almost every time. Because what it does is it forces them to, one, they lose their aim assist while you're dodging, forces them to redirect to where you are, and then you'll see I immediately jump up and away from them because I know he has a shotgun. I'll try to demonstrate it for you right here. So I dodge and then I jump up and away. So at this point, look how far away I am from this guy. There is no way he is going to be able to kill me with a shotgun from that range. The fact that I landed way back behind that pillar, basically what I did is a hop across and then jump up and away. And I know I have an SMG, you have a shotgun. I can spray you from the air. And if I have enough distance there instantly, you're not going to be able to get the kill on me. So that is how that went from a 1v4 to a victory. All right, so tip number 3 is play the power ammo. This is huge, it's obvious, yes, but in this gameplay here, you're gonna see why it's such a big deal. Now, this is also an example of losing a round because of a bad play on my part. We'll get to that at the very end, and I'll kind of explain what I did wrong, what I could have done differently, and hopefully you guys will see the importance of playing the power ammo in competitive. You gotta guard it, you gotta hold it. Always have 1 or 2 teammates that have an eye on the power ammo because that is going to be your key to success. No matter your skill, you can't outskill a Wardcliff coil. One thing worth noting is I'm rocking a fusion rifle on this round. It's 2-2. It's survival again. And with this one, I was getting killed by a lot of fusion rifles. And I decided, all right, it's time for me to mix it up. I swapped from a shotgun over to a fusion rifle to try to get a little more range and to kind of counter them with what had continued killing me the first 2 rounds that we lost. Don't be afraid to mix up your loadouts in comp, especially mid-game. You don't always want to be swapping. You're losing your ammo, but I feel like a lot of times if something is just not working, don't be afraid to tweak it. Now, don't change every round. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you realize, okay, they're out sniping me, and you think you're a good sniper, put a sniper on. If you have a shotgun and you're getting sniped, put a sniper on. If you're getting air intilled with your shotgun on, put on a fusion rifle or a sniper. Don't be afraid to mix it up to try to counter whatever they're using against you. Sometimes different things work better. All right, so this situation right here, Austin got Aaron tilled, and that was the guy that really forced me to swap over to a fusion rifle, is this Louisville guy here. So we realized, look, the hand holding right next to each other, right here. We're next to each other, and there's one guy, and I'm telling from the radar, this guy is out of the door and right behind. I mean, that might be his little silhouette right there. I'm watching the radar. Let me actually show you. If I uncut the cannon here, that's what I look like while I was playing. My eyes are not on the middle of the screen. My eyes are actually looking right at the radar. Now, I have this flipped because I play with it actually reversed, my webcam reversed, but I'm looking right at the webcam right there. There's one guy. We have two. He has one. Let's push them together. And so I charge it up. That's the guy who killed us earlier. 2v1. Now, the downside is he shredded my friend with a fusion rifle. So he's got 2 Aaron Till kills, and I got him back with the fusion rifle. So it's a 3v5 situation here. I'm checking the radar, and I realize Austin has spawned all the way on the far side. No one else has spawned in yet. So I can't be aggressive. I can't push because there's not really anywhere for me to go. Look how spread out all of my teammates are. We have one guy on each side of the map. Not a good play. Now, the heavy ammo is going to come into play. I'm just walking through, you know, the point that got us to where we are. I realize he's got a bow, long range. I'm not going to push it, but I got a friend again, and it's time to make the plays with the old wizened rebuke. So pull out and get that guy, and somehow I died to the Wardcliff coil. Now, I felt like I made a great play, and you'll be able to tell from my face here. I thought I made an awesome play, and instead I went, I got Aaron tilled. It feels really bad here, especially considering I felt like I beat him to the punch. Like, I had fired, he was dead, there was nothing, but then suddenly, there's the Wardcliff shots out of the grave. It feels a little bit bad there, but that'll tell you, Wardcliff trumps almost everything in comp. If you have it, it is basically, if you are good with it, if you're decent with it, it's basically a guaranteed 2 kills. Play the power ammo, know where it is, know who has it. That's an example of me not knowing that guy had it, and that's going to help you a lot winning your comp games. Now, at this point, we're out of lives. I'm pushing towards my friend that's still alive here, and I know the power ammo is laying in the middle of the floor where I killed that guy. So we got to try to play the power ammo. I'm like, all right, let's push this together. We push up. I throw a world's best grenade at him right there. Very nice. Very cool. And okay, looking at the minimap here, you can tell it's a little bit faded. There's one guy straight ahead, but it's very distant, and then there is one guy over to the right. What this means in my head is there's a guy on the stairs where I killed the last guy with the fusion rifle, and there's a guy in the tunnel to the right, which let's peek it real quick. I peek it, knowing he's back there, and of course there's another guy over here to the right as well. So I think that we team shot this guy, which we do. Halozenic body shot sniped him with the revoker. And then looking up the radar here, there's still multiple guys inside that mid room. So gotta wait for the health to come back. We're playing the power ammo, and I'm at this point hoping that it just expires and they don't pick up more Wardcliff. So right here, we get the kill. It's a 0-1, which means it's 4 versus 4. Oh, actually, Halozenic got a second snipe here. So with him hitting 2 crispy snipes on him, we go from a 0-2 to a 0-0 and tie it up. But as soon as I get some hope, I think, okay, we're tied up. It's a 4v4 to win it. This guy pops his Chaos Reach back behind me. He kills Toller with the Chaos Reach, and I try to get kind of behind this crack and crouch and just hope for the best that he does not push me with that Chaos Reach. All right, so I watched him on the radar. He went back into that mid room, and then I rotate around towards my teammates. All right, so at this point, 2v4, I got my teammate, I see him on the radar, he's close to me, we're holding this mid room. Now, I don't know exactly what this guy's play was. I think he let his guard down because they have 4 people, and you'll notice this Warlock come up the stairs, he'll pull out his Ghost, and then he gets just destroyed. I don't think that that guy was fully aware that we had that mid room locked down. So that gets us to a 2v3. Now, Austin and I are the last 2 guys left. One-eyed mask, Austin. Sad. This is where the play for power ammo is everything right here. That's the difference between a 2v3 going to nothing and actually going to a competitive match here. So I push up and I try to fusion rifle him, but he dropped his shield right away. Thankfully, Austin Jotuned him from behind and took out his shield. Forced him to back off. We're right next to each other, so I'm able to push up real quick in his face and grab the power ammo. That guy slid in and was able to shotgun Austin before he got out. I was able to get out of the room ahead of him, but Austin was right, I mean, he's right next to me, and he dies to the shotgun. So I turn into a 180. He has the shotgun and he thinks, easy kill. I'm gonna push him. Not realizing the power of power ammo. I got a grenade launcher. I lob 1 on him, jump up, and lob 2 on him. Now, here is where the mistakes start to happen. I made numerous mistakes that ended up costing me the round. We're gonna go through them because I think there's a good learning opportunity here. Now, I have Rampage ×2, and I get overly aggressive thinking I'm gonna make a cool triple play in order to win the round. I turn, I aim right, I'm aimed right at this guy with the grenade launcher. I think Rampage ×2, this is a good play, right? I wanna toss the grenade launcher at him. Now the problem is, he jumped down and out the window and my grenade landed up top, so I did not get the kill. Now, at this point, one thing you'll realize is it's a 1v1 situation. I have 1 grenade launcher shot left. I'm 80% to my super, and I have full primary and no fusion rifle ammo. Now, here is where I make the wrong play. I think, okay, the zone, you guys know where the zone spawns, outside on the left there. I think, okay, I'm gonna kind of trail this guy on the inside. He's right here, coming across as well. And I make a bad grenade launcher play, trying to cut him off. I expected him to sprint across, and he floated across just above the ground. If he was down another foot off the ground, this would have been a kill right here. But instead, I tossed the grenade launcher at his feet because it's a grenade launcher, not a Wardcliff, which that's kind of a pro tip. Maybe use Wardcliff. I was using Bad Juju, that's the exotic slot, but I lobbed the grenade launcher and it does not kill him. This is where I've instantly gone from a huge advantage to now all I have is my primary weapon and he is on the zone. Second bad play that I make happens right here. I see the zone getting captured and I think, okay, he's on this right side of the wall. I'm gonna peek out and I'm gonna try to spray him down with flinch before he can get off his fusion rifle shot. I know it's the Warlock with the fusion rifle. So I peek it and I see this filling, right? At least I thought it was. I peek out, he is on the left side here and I did not see him. I reload and then I decide to peek knowing he has a fusion rifle. I'm stepping backwards and to the left. You'll watch my feet. I'm moving back. See how far back I moved? I tried to move away from him because I didn't want to try to get mapped by the fusion rifle. The mistake is in thinking he was on the right side. He was actually on the left side. He peeked with the air intel, and that is where I lost the round before I could react to it. All that comes back to power ammo is king. Play the power ammo, play for the power ammo, even in control. It doesn't matter the game mode. If you have power ammo in a competitive game mode, you have a huge advantage. As cheese as some people may think it is, it gives you an enormous advantage. So tip number 4 is to play with the same people for long periods of time and really learn to synergize well with those people. I watched a video that Cammy shared on Ascendant Nomad's channel where he talks about his tips for getting better at competitive in Destiny 2. And one of his says teammates that you like are better than teammates that are skilled. And I think that's very true. I think if you play with people that you enjoy playing with, a lot of times you end up playing much better than just somebody who's good. Now, of course, there's a range. You could argue, well, the best players in the world could carry me regardless of our communication. That's true. But when you are playing with friends who are all in a similar skill, similar area, and you're all wanting to grind together, the focus is on who you actually enjoy playing with. And of course, the 5th and final tip, which I'm not just gonna say practice because that's the tip that everyone gives, but what I would say for competitive is do not continue to play as you fall down the ladder. There is one time where I hit 4,200 solo. Super excited about it, trying to push to 5,500. And I lost this match pretty badly. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna continue to play until I get a win and get back to where I was at. I played 5, 6, 7 matches in a row, lost every single one. And the more I played, the more I lost, the more frustrated I got, and the worse that I played. So the 5th tip I would give you is if you lose 2 in a row, take a break. Go play some quick play, go play something else, cool off. Do not sit there tilted and try to continue grinding comp, especially if you're a solo player. It's not worth it for you to play frustrated. You won't play good, you won't play focused, you'll complain about the meta, and you will not continue to move up in the ranks. What you need to do is take a step back, go do a strike, talk to your friends, chill. Just have a not a LaCroix, a Deer Park sparkling. That's good. All right, so this engagement right here, 3v3. This is the game-winning final round. We're tied 6 lives. We're tied 6 lives on each side. I've got my super, and they have a Nova Warp. We push right. We decide we're gonna lock down this lane. You can tell all my teammates, even the rando, right next to me. We're all kind of in the same area, keeping the eye on the same lanes, expecting them to kind of make a push. Now, I decide I'm going to be aggressive because, of course, we're trying to rotate around and try to get to that power ammo. I push up, notice the guys in the red on the radar, and then I hear the Nova Warp pop. You'll notice as soon as I hear it pop, I don't have the party chat on, but when the Nova Warp pops, I turn 180 out of there, and I'm telling my teammates while we're doing it, team shot the Nova Warp, team shot the Nova Warp. Communication here is key. So he pops the Nova Warp, I turn and run. All my teammates, they're backing up from my call out, and they're shooting at the lane. When someone pops their super, a lot of times, especially a roaming super, their goal is to get to you as quick as possible. They're pushing, they're pushing, they're pushing. And so here, we back up, we create the distance, we all team shot, and Jarl's Erentil just mops that guy. Now, while that is happening, we get flanked from the left side. I don't realize until it's almost too late. You'll notice in the top left corner of the radar here, there's a guy pushing. So I try to get underneath, slide up, jump up behind him and shotgun him, and my teammate was able to take him out with Graviton Lance. That puts us at a 5v4 situation. Now, Austin died to a shotgun play. I don't exactly know where that happened. I think, oh, right here. So he was able to kill Austin, kind of a 1v1 trade, but it leaves us up 1 life. So at this point, heavy ammo is in. We realize heavy ammo's dropping in 2 seconds. All of us rotate together. We rotate around the map, and we play the rest of the round worried about the power ammo. Jarl makes another great Erentil play. What a boss. He's a random, but it doesn't matter. My goal and my mindset right now is I'm the only one with my super. I am not going to let them take that power ammo. There are 3 ward cliffs on the other team. I will not let them take that power ammo. So I play in this hallway. I keep my distance. I peek the lanes. I try to watch the radar at all times. I see Jarl just died to a last word right here on the hill to my right. 1 guy's on the hill, 1 guy's on the far side. I don't know who has a sniper, who has a fusion rifle. So I try to just peek and do damage and keep them off that power ammo. So there's 1 guy down right there. Second guy pushes me. I'm able to use the Stompy's jump as well as swap to my shotgun as he slides in with that arc staff there. So let's watch that one more time. I spray that guy down in the back. This guy pushes. I immediately keep my distance. You'll notice, let me play it one more time. You'll notice I take a step back as I'm pulse rifling this guy. I'm seeing the push come. I know he's there. He doesn't have a reason not to push me. As soon as I see him here, I take steps backward, jump up, and shotgun down straight on top of him. Up, over, boom, there's the kill. Now, I'm still watching for that power ammo. I'm waiting for them to peek it. Probably not the best use. I thought I had a throwing knife for some reason, but I'm trying to keep them off of this ammo. We're up 2-1. Somebody got sniped right here on our team, and another guy died earlier during the engagement to the left, so we got a 2-1 on the life advantage, and you could call it camping, but I'm playing the lanes. I do not want them to get the power ammo. That is my ultimate goal, is keep them off of that ammo. I let that Titan go. I don't know where he's going, back over to the right somewhere, doesn't matter. I realize there's a second guy under there, and he's probably going to get greedy and go for the power ammo, as they always do. Now, camera, no shade to that guy. All of these guys are great players, but power ammo is really, really tempting for some people. The amount of times I've pushed for power ammo only to get domed in the head, one too many times, man. One too many times. So I'm able to pulse rifle that guy down. I'm watching the far lanes. I see that guy back there. Now let's watch the radar here. Top red distant. Austin is fighting somebody behind the rock on the far side. It's a 1v0. We got a 5v4 here. There's 2 guys over to the right because this is some strong red right here. And usually when it's 1 guy, he'll be crouching or doing something and it'll blink a little bit. When it's solid, I'm expecting there's 2 guys over to the right. So I'm kind of watching, kind of keeping the lanes. Then I think, okay, I'm the only one with my super right now. They have 0 lives left and they have 3 people. This could be the time to pop the super. So I back up. I wait for them to kind of peek that power ammo again. Jarl takes him out. Austin loads grenade launcher. And that is when I know, okay, it's a 4v2. We can win this easily. So Jarl gets a grenade kill. They trade. There's 1 guy left. And then I don't even have to do anything. My teammates all push together outside to win the round. All right, I want to show you one more play before this is over. I think this is 1 or 2 rounds prior here. So with this is an example. We're watching this back. I realized my friends and I are nowhere near each other. Probably not the smartest move here. So the key, if you're by yourself, is you got to win your 1v1 engagements. There's a Titan here. He's pushing me. Jump up, get the high ground on him. He had a last word. took him out with the shotgun. We're up 5-4. I'm kind of doing a little live dialogue on this. And I go back. I'm playing the power ammo. I'm watching for him. Camera goes down to Trick Shot's Chaperone. And then we have, what is it, a 4v3 at this point. And he was able to grab grenade launcher and make a push there on the river. I'm really, really nervous about getting sniped from that lane. So you can tell I'm playing very defensive, trying to watch it. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to push. I'm going to push. All right, there's a guy flanking behind us. Turn around. Slide shotgun. Miss an easy shotgun shot on him and then dodge back. Right now, all of my teammates have just died. If you look at the left side of the radar here and the X is up on the map, my teammates have all died. They dropped their ammo. This team thinks they're making a huge push here. So I decided to jump up and make a spray across for the triple down with the blade barrage right there. All right, so at this point, 0 lives on each side. Austin dies to a shotgun here. We got a 3v4 situation. Now, I'm watching the radar. I see the red, but I can't figure out exactly where this guy is. I didn't realize that he actually is behind me in between. So you'll see when I jump up, there he is down on the bottom right there. I didn't even see him sliding up. So I'm able to turn, kind of do a 180 and take that guy out, putting us at a 3v3 situation. All 3 guys are down that lane back there. I was like, okay, we need to rotate back around to this left side because they're probably going to play this lane. I'm 1v1 fusion rifle or pulse rifle that guy. Decide to back up. He kills both teammates here, I believe. So we slide up, get the shotgun play on him. Now, let me see. It's a 2v2 situation here, and they are pushing for that heavy ammo. So I think that I decide, all right, I'm going to try to play the heavy. Regret instantly hits me, but I'm able to get a grenade tap on that guy. He has grenade launcher ammo. This is definitely the most live comm thing I've done right here is this round for sure. There's a Titan back there, though. I'm kind of waiting for him to push me, waiting for him to be aggressive since he has heavy ammo. He's way, way back there, and I think, okay, we got to get the lane. It's 2-2, and they have a super. Let's back up and go for the zone. Go for the zone to try to win it. They push with the hammer, and this is where it's a very unfortunate loss for us. I try to jump up and over, and the hammer hits me right in the face. That's another example of roaming supers are going to be very, very tough to beat. What we should have done is backed all the way up to the back of the map and tried to team shot him, the 2 of us. There's not much else you can do in that situation. I tried to go up and over with a shotgun, thought that would work, but I think his hammer hit the rock, exploded, I don't know. It was crazy. So that's it for me. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully this helps you in your comp journey to either 2100, 5500, wherever it might be, and let me know if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell if you haven't, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. Peace.